Let's talk about last week because last week was a bad week. I've been following along with this journey. You're well aware that me and my wife are in a bunch of credit card debt. And that in itself is hard, but what happened last week was just basically a kick in the teeth. And essentially, this month for January, we have been working extremely hard to basically get ahead. We felt like we were doing everything right. We were working extra, making some extra money. We were really diligent about not spending money. And all of a sudden, we get kicked in the teeth this last week because my Turo fleet needed some expenses that were just really, really expensive. And it's just one of those things where you feel like you've gotten one step ahead, and then boom, just like something takes you out and puts you literally two steps behind again. And you feel defeated, and there's really no other way of saying it except that it just sucks. And you're trying to do the right thing, and life just kicks you in the teeth. And it just kind of feels like that's been happening a lot lately. And I'm not looking for a pity party. We put ourselves in this position, but it's just the reality of being in a bunch of credit card debt and being in a position to not really, take on these hidden expenses. And that's life when you're in this situation. You're just in survival mode constantly. And when something like this happens, it just really sucks. Probably sucks more because you don't have the resources for it. So you just kind of go into like extra survival mode, and you're like, okay, what do we do? What do we do? And I really spiraled this last week, and I went into like a deep state of depression and just kind of was spinning my wheels and getting nowhere and trying to figure this whole thing out. So, last week was really bad, guys. I needed to take a few days to literally just realign myself and collect myself. Luckily, my wife is really good at recognizing when I'm spiraling and when, I'm in this depressive state. And we've kind of talked ourselves, and definitely me mostly, out of it. And, we've got a game plan moving forward, but, guys, this is the struggle of being in credit card debt, is that you're just in survival mode and life is very hard. But, yeah, last week was rough, guys, but I'm really hoping that we can move forward from it, and maybe this week won't be as bad.